They say it every 4 years.
This is the most important election of our lifetime.
But this one really is.
You know it is.
There is no excuse for sitting out this election.
Because voting in Michigan is now easier than ever.
For the first time, you can register on Election Day.
And you no longer need a reason to vote absentee.
Democracy is a team effort.
So get in the game.
I'm Sheldon Yellen, and I started my career rebuilding homes for one family at a time. Today, our company's helped build something more. For 28 years, Belfor has been restoring homes and businesses destroyed by fire, flood, or any disaster. And even though we've grown to over 6,000 dedicated people around the world, for me, it's still about helping one family or business at a time. At Belfor, we're restoring more than property.
They say it every 4 years.
This is the most important election of our lifetime.
But this one really is.
You know it is.
There is no excuse for sitting out this election.
Because voting in Michigan is now easier than ever.
For the first time, you can register on Election Day.
And you no longer need a reason to vote absentee.
Democracy is a team effort.
So get in the game.
I'm Sheldon Yellen, and I started my career rebuilding homes for one family at a time. Today, our companies help build something more. For 28 years, Belfour has been restoring homes and businesses destroyed by fire, flood, or any disaster. And even though we've grown to over 6,000 dedicated people around the world, for me, it's still about helping one family or business at a time. At Belfour, we're restoring more than property.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Harvest and Hope, hosted by the Michigan chapter of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. I'm Candace Monticelli from Fox 17 News, and I'm honored to be your MC with Roop Raj this evening. Thank you for tuning in tonight and for your dedication to the Foundation's mission for finding better treatments and cures for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, which are collectively known as inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD. There are over 100,000 IBD patients across Michigan, so this cause really hits close to our home. Tonight's event is helping us get closer to the cures we so desperately need. Roop, what can we expect tonight?
Candace, thanks so much. It is so good to be with you tonight for this very special cause. It is such a pleasure. Of course, we're all coming to you from our homes as we anchor the news from home, but we're also doing benefits from home to make sure we continue to raise money for these critical causes. And how about some fun for tonight? Some music from the Gin Blossoms, also learning a magic trick from Jason Magic himself. He's a great guy who's always ready to help at the drop of a hat. These diseases are obviously something that affects so many people. We all know someone who's been hurt or affected by Crohn's or colitis. By the way, tonight we're also going to be honoring our community and medical honorees as well. So we look forward to meeting them and talking to them about the great work that they're doing and the passion that they have behind it. And certainly there is a lot of passion in this room tonight. So many other people who have contributed to this particular organization, and to do this virtually, to suddenly change things up, it takes a lot of work, and we're so proud to be a part of this. There are ways for you to give back and donate tonight. As you can see, this amazing virtual event has everything you need to support the foundation. We've given you everything on this page. There's a donate button where you can use at any point. Watch that thermometer rise. We want to see that temperature go up, and that's actually a good thing in this situation. And there will also be a time later in the show to funding our mission with a goal of raising over $45,000. That's happening as well. We also have a fabulous silent auction, including an 8-person tasting and wine pairing over 7 courses with Chef Jenna. That'll be exciting. And we will be calling winners for the ultimate raffle just after the show. If you purchased a ticket for the event, your name will automatically be entered right into the raffle drawing. And so a great night ahead, Candace. What an exciting night for us to raise money for Crohn's and colitis.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our top sponsors whose generosity made this night possible. Thank you to our platinum level sponsors, AbbVie and Belfour. Thank you to our gold level sponsors, Meyer Specialty Pharmacy, Takeda, Flagstar Bank, Brown & Brown Insurance, Clayton and MacGyver and Henry Ford Transplant Institute. Silver level sponsors, Spectrum Health, Standard Wonder Group, and Ameriprise. Thank you to our bronze level sponsors, Medical Weight Loss Clinic and Infusion Associates. And thank you for standing by the foundation during these very challenging times. Now over to the Michigan Chapter Executive Director, Melissa Greer.
Thanks, Candace. My name is Melissa Greer. I'm the Chapter Executive Director, and on behalf of the chapter staff and board, I'd like to take a minute to say thank you for being here tonight and for your generous support. We're working very hard at the Michigan Chapter in funding research, but also creating education, support, awareness, and a community for our patients and caregivers. It's been a different year, and we've been working harder than ever to make sure our patients feel supported with their questions and concerns in terms of their disease and how it relates to this COVID pandemic. None of this would be possible without your support. We thank you for helping us create awareness and your financial contributions. We plan to continue this great work. We'd like to thank you in advance for your continued support. I'd also like to take a minute to recognize some additional sponsors. At the platinum level, a special thank you to the Detroit Pistons. At the gold level, I'd like to recognize Lenderful and Skadden, and a special thank you to our silver sponsors, Morgan Stanley. We also received some very generous support from our media and Public City PR. Without your support, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you very much to our sponsors. And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you both an amazing, talented, and very funny magician. He's also a very good friend of the Michigan Chapter. Be prepared to be amazed, entertained, and laugh a little bit with our friend Jason Magic.
Why, thank you, Melissa, and thank the rest of you for coming in to the Jason Magic Show. Folks, I'm about to show you a waste of $90. No, I'm just kidding here. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. I'm here to perform for you. This is a wonderful event, Harvest and Hope. I'd like to do for you one of my favorite magic tricks. You start off with a section of newspaper, or as my grandpa calls it, his iPad. Huh? Oh, no, not here for the jokes? All right, that's okay. Watch very closely. You take a section of newspaper and you tear it into shreds. As you tear it, it's very important that you watch very closely because my hands never leave my body. Magic, mystery, all rolled into one. Take a real good look and I'll show you what I like to do. My favorite trick. Watch closely, ladies and gentlemen. And the crowd goes mild. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, look, looks like we're gonna have to go for the hard stuff. Yeah, that's right. Get yourself a brown paper bag. Make sure it's empty. Place your beverage of choice into the bag and watch very closely. A little snap of the finger and it has vanished. Snap of the finger, it has returned. And the crowd goes, you guys figure that one out? I assume you figured that one out. Alrighty then, moving on. All right, folks, I got a good one for you. This one involves a dollar bill. Watch very, very closely. We all love money. We all love what money can do. They say with enough money, money can change things. Well, what if you only have a little bit of money? Can you still change things? Take a real good look. Because at the end, you won't know what to think. How fun is that? All right, so here's the deal, folks. A little bit later on, I'm going to be teaching you how to do a magic trick. That's right, a really good magic trick. A magic trick with money. So all you need is 2 bills. $1 and a 20, 2 10s, a 5 and a 5. Doesn't matter, you got plenty of time to go find it. Come back a little bit later with 2 bills, and I will teach you an amazing magic trick. If not, I'll just shove my finger through my ear. I got a lot of time on my hand. Okay, listen, I'm going to throw things back to my buddy Roop. Have a great rest of the night, guys.
You know, they often call Crohn's and colitis the invisible disease. We walk by people every single day who are dealing with this, and people often don't talk about it. We're hoping, of course, to help bust that stigma. And the only way to do that is to talk to other people who may be dealing with the same situation. I know in my family, my father dealt with colitis for a number of years. He had to have multiple operations, the most recent one at the Cleveland Clinic just about a year ago. And so we know in our family how important it is to talk about it and to make sure that we're sharing these stories of courage and also hope. And joining us now are Beth and Penny Stapleton, and it's a very, very important story. This mother and daughter will be talking a lot about how this journey has affected them. Take a listen.
Hi, my name is Penny. I was diagnosed with Crohn's 3 years ago. Me and my mom are here to share my story.
Hi, I'm Beth Stapleton, the proud mom of Penny. In the fall of 2016, Penny started to develop some symptoms that were quite alarming, in addition to losing quite a bit of weight to the point where she was only 23 pounds at the age of 4. These things created quite a bit of concern for my husband and I and our pediatrician, and we were referred to Mott Children's Hospital's GI team. Over the next couple of months, we went through many tests, and we were finally given a diagnosis of Crohn's disease in January. In February, Penelope was still experiencing quite a few symptoms and wasn't getting much relief from those, so we were admitted to the hospital to help. While in the hospital, we learned a couple things. We learned that there's not a lot of research out there for children as young as Penelope with IBD, and we also learned that some of these treatments do not work for her. Unfortunately, one of the treatments led to another diagnosis of heart failure. So in addition to trying to find relief for Penelope due to her Crohn's disease symptoms, we also now were trying to increase the function of her heart before we were allowed to leave the hospital. After a month in the hospital, we were able to achieve both of those things, and we were able to go home and begin living our life in this new normal that we were having to deal with. In our quest to help Penny cope with her new normal, we were researching, looking for resources, trying to find answers to questions we didn't even know we had yet, and we stumbled upon the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. We are so thankful for the support that the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation provides, and the many people that we have met through this foundation has been instrumental in our lives. Please join us in supporting the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation tonight as they continue their mission to improve the quality of life of all IBD patients and to fund research for better treatments and a cure for Crohn's and colitis. We need your support so that they can continue to support all IBD patients like Penny. Thank you.
Crohn's and colitis patients need your help. Donate today.
We thank you so much for sharing your story. As we say, this is not always easy to talk about as we continue to try to bust this stigma, but it takes people like Beth and Penny to actually step up and say, look, this is what our family was dealing with. What about your family? And to be able to talk about it with such courage certainly does open up the dialogue. And it is an important one that we need to talk about because, you know, we need to make IBD, irritable bowel disorders, more visible. Thank you, Penny, and both Beth, for sharing your story today. I just can't believe how advanced the IBD treatments have come, though. You know, you hear about all the cutting-edge treatments and how people are able to deal with the same circumstance differently than people who had to deal with this 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I know since my father had been dealing with this, things have certainly changed. And taking trips to the Cleveland Clinic, we've understood that things have advanced and gotten better. And that's what we continue to hope to do. And so, yes, it is a benefit like this that continues to raise money for that cutting-edge research. But we want to thank the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation for doing the work that they've done to make sure that people have these new cutting-edge research tools and really building hope at the same time. All right, so this pandemic has obviously placed a heavy financial burden on all nonprofits and on this organization as well. It's been a tough road. You know, I step up for IBD because the need has never been greater. The question is, why are you stepping up for IBD? We ask you that question, and we ask you to answer not just with your words and your heart, but with your wallet as well. You know, we turn to you at home with the same question as to why you step up. I'm calling on everyone watching tonight to take action and make a difference right now. We have a goal to raise $45,000, and we need your help to help make that happen. So right now, we'll start with $5,000 and work our way down to the $100 level. You will see that the donate button appears on the screen right now. Hold your finger down on the amount you wish to donate and confirm your contribution. I know you're starting to do that right now. Think about the people behind this disease. It's not just a number and a statistic. It is people like Penny and Beth. It's people like my father. It's people like the friends and families that you know. So hit that donate button and make sure you're helping out this wonderful cause. You'll see the donate buttons again appear on the bottom of your screen. If you wish to donate on a different level, just simply hit the donate button under the thermometer and enter any amount. Maybe it's $20, maybe it's $50. We started at $5,000. We're going to build our way down to the $100. If you can do the $5,000, we'd love to have that contribution. As you donate, your name will appear on the screen and the thermometer will rise towards our collective goal. And this is so, so important. We hope that you're enjoying our program tonight and learning a lot about how you can help Crohn's and colitis.
I was diagnosed with Crohn's when I was 27, and a close family member is an ulcerative colitis patient. So this cause is very, very important and personal to me and my family. I have 4 grandchildren that I don't want to ever receive a diagnosis of Crohn's or colitis. And that can only happen if we continue pediatric research. And in order to do that, we all have to dig deep into our pockets to support that research. Our family is committed to that. And last year we donated $150,000 specifically towards pediatric research. And I'm committed to raising at least $50,000 tonight. I'm going to start that off with a $5,000 donation from Flagstar Bank and another $5,000 donation from the Dinello family. I hope you'll join us. Your support is critically important. So if you can find it in yourself to dig deep and donate $5,000, just press that beautiful Donate Now button and you will be helping many, many people. Thanks for your support. It's critically important to our success. And now over to Candace.
Thank you, Sandro, for that extremely generous donation and getting us off and running. I'll never forget June 2007. That was when I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease and my entire world turned upside down. It's been an ongoing battle since then, many ups and downs, but every day I keep positively moving forward and fighting for a cure. I have the pleasure of introducing the next level, $2,500. But first, I've just received some word that we have a Fund the Mission match from an anonymous donor who will match all donations up to $8,000. Thank you so much for your donation and willingness to match to continue to move our mission forward. Did you know $2,500 can help send 2 children to Camp Oasis? Camp Oasis, it's a summer camp for kids with IBD ages 7 to 17. This 5-day summer camp provides a supportive, safe space for kids with Crohn's and colitis and can be life-changing. This year, the foundation brought together campers from across the country for the first ever virtual Camp Oasis, reaching more kids than ever before. Thank you to everyone at home for all your donations, making programs like these possible. Take it away, Dr. Case.
Thanks, Candace. I know these are difficult times for everyone with great unrest and uncertainty, but chronic illnesses like IBD do not take a break, and neither should we. So if you feel moved or even understand the struggles of those suffering with IBD, please consider making a donation tonight to show your support and solidarity. Every little bit will count. So, with that being said, I'm very excited to introduce our next donation level. Walter Schramm has pledged $1,000 tonight. Thank you so very much, Walter. I'm personally so very grateful for all the foundation's patient resources they provide, one of those being the IBD Help Center. $1,000 can provide 1 year of unlimited chat support through the IBD Help Center. Did you know that the IBD Help Center receives 12,000 inquiries per year, but in light of COVID-19, this has escalated to over 500%? I hope you will consider donating $1,000 to help continue supporting the foundation and these valuable resources. Thank you all for everything tonight. Over to you, Jenna.
Thank you so much, Dr. Case. I would just like to share a personal story as well. I have a brother-in-law in Italy who suffers from Crohn's. He's in and out of the hospital, and we worry about him. Obviously, he's far away from us, being in Italy. But we just feel devastated whenever we hear that he's in the hospital suffering. And as you know, an Italian, taking away their food is the worst thing you can do. And that's not just true for Italians, that's true for everyone. So please consider the people in your life who are suffering and donate. There's a button right here. Click on that. Feel free to donate any amount, but we're asking for $500. If you can donate today, you're going to be making a difference. So please consider it. Thank you. Take it from here, Ann and Jerry.
Thank you, Jenna. This has been a challenging year for most of us. So many virtual experiences, including camp. We feel that we are the lucky ones to personally see the love, joy, and acceptance these campers feel every day. Hopefully next year we will be able to have camp in person.
So now, who will help make that possible? By donating $250. This year, thanks to our very special donor, every donation is worth double, up to $8,000. We appreciate your caring and support. Take us home, Rube.
All right, my friends, you can feel the energy of tonight. Obviously, it's building up. Everybody is doing their part, trying to help out, but we need that thermometer to continue to rise. We need people to hit that donate button, and we know every single dollar counts. You know, $5,000 may be a challenge for some people, and we understand that these are tough times, but what about $100? Think about before the pandemic, how often you went out and got coffee. $5 a pop, 3 times a week, that's $15. You look at the month and you say, wait a minute, I'm not doing that anymore. So I've saved $100. So I make a $100 donation right now to Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. We ask that if you can donate $100 or any amount at all, maybe it's $20, $10, we ask that you can do that right now to make a difference in the lives of IBD patients. We're closing things out. This is your chance to make your voice heard with your dollars, my friends. Every dollar does make a difference, and we want to remember that. Thank you all so much for your support, and remember that every donation up to $8,000 is matched, and that is a big deal, so keep donating all night long. You know, Candace will be back in a few minutes to present tonight's honorees, but now it is my honor to introduce a group that I've listened to for many years. Of course, all of us have. I remember listening to this in college. We're talking about the Gin Blossoms. They continue to do great work, raising money and also spreading the joy with their wonderful music. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gin Blossoms.
Hello, I'm Robin Wilson, lead singer of Gin Blossoms and also part-time singer for the Smithereens. I'm honored to be a part of this year's Crohn's and Colitis Foundation event. My brother Lance is a patient living with Crohn's disease, so I have some small but very personal understanding of what it's like to live with this debilitating disease. I'm very happy to report that Lance is doing well. Thank you all very much for your support of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Peace and love. Rock away.
Tell me, do you think it'd be alright if I could just crash here tonight? You can see I'm in no shape for driving. Anyway, I've got no place to go. And you know it might not be that bad. You're the best I had ever had. If I hadn't blown the whole thing years ago, I might not be alone. Tomorrow we could drive around this town, let the cops chase us around. Past is gone, but something might be found to take its place. Hey, Chelsea, hey, Chelsea, you can't trust me not to think and not to sleep around. If you don't expect too much from me, you might not be let down. 'Cause all I really want's to be with you. Feeling like I got a bee attacking me. If I hadn't blown the whole thing years ago, I might be here with you. Tomorrow we could drive around this town, let the cops chase us around. Past is gone, but something might be found to take its place. Hey, Jesse. All right, everybody, hands together. Come on. Tomorrow we can drive around this town, let the cops chase us around. Past is gone, but something might be found to take its place. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Well, tell me, do you think it'd be alright if I could just crash here tonight? You can see I'm in no shape for driving. Anyway, I've got no place to go. Yeah, you know it might not be that bad. You're the best I'd ever had. If I hadn't blown the whole thing years ago, I might not be alone. Tomorrow we could drive around this town, let the cops chase us around. Past is gone, but something might be found to take its place. Hey, Jesse. Come on, hands. Mistook my heart. There's only one thing I couldn't start.
What an awesome performance. A huge thank you to Gin Blossoms for an amazing show. It's now time to recognize our incredible honorees for Harvest and Hope. First up, I want to introduce our 2020 medical honoree, Dr. Susan Case. Dr. Case has been a vital part of the foundation and Michigan chapter in West Michigan. She has been a part of multiple education events, bringing vital information and answering patient questions and concerns. She leads a walk team and fundraises each year for Take Steps in West Michigan and provides outstanding quality care and assists a multitude of IBD patients across the area. We would not be able to have the impact that we do in West Michigan without her, and we thank her for all that she does. We are so excited to continue partnering with Dr. Case and all so grateful for all that she continues to do for the foundation and our community. Thank you, Dr. Case.
Good evening, everyone. I want to express a very special thank you to the CCFA Michigan chapter for this recognition. I am pleased, honored, and very humbled to be this year's medical honoree for the first ever statewide event, Harvest and Hope. What an amazing night and a one-of-a-kind experience we're having all together. I was first exposed to IBD at a very young age when my brother was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis at 6 years old. I witnessed firsthand all the pain and suffering that this disease can cause. This familiarity provided me with unique insight and an even greater compassion for those suffering with IBD. Little did I know at the time, this difficult experience would prove to be a very powerful and influential catalyst in my career. It was much later in my medical journey as an internal medicine resident in Chicago at UIC that I began my involvement with the CCFA. It was also during this time that I had the opportunity to start working and caring for patients with IBD. This additional exposure led me to pursue a dedicated fellowship in IBD at the University of Miami in Florida under the mentorship of Dr. Maria Abreu. There at the Crohn's and Colitis Center, it was very clear to me that under the care of a properly trained IBD expert, the outcome for these individuals can be life-altering, which is what I strive to bring to my practice in West Michigan daily. And it is only through ongoing cutting-edge research supported by the CCFA that we can continue to make forward progress in the world of IBD. And lastly, To my 3.1 million IBD warriors like my brother out there fighting this invisible disease on the daily, making courageous choices every day to be happy and live fully as best you can, please know that you are not alone. We are all in this together, fighting to find a cure like tonight. Thank you to all that have joined us tonight and to all those that have donated. 3.1 million and so many more are forever grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Case, for your selfless contribution to the field of IBD and for your work with the Michigan chapter. It's now time to introduce one of our 2020 community honorees, Jenna Archidinakino. Chef Jenna and her restaurant Amore Tartaria are fixtures in our community across West Michigan. Her selfless attitude and willingness to give back is second to none, and that has been on display throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. She provided meals for the community even at the height of the pandemic for those on the front lines, to first responders, medical staff, and so many more. Chef Jenna has been involved with the foundation since the West Michigan Fall event was called a Chef's Affair. She continues to selflessly give in her work and community efforts and raise awareness across the area. We are so excited to have her as a part of our community and continue working with her into the future. Please join me in welcoming Chef Jenna as one of our community honorees.
Thank you so much, Candace. You know, I was really inspired by Dr. Case and her passion for her family and her brother especially. I'm so proud of her, and what a great way to, you know, bring pride to not only your family, but knowing that you're helping your brother in the long run and other people is just amazing. So props to you. Congratulations on your award. And I'm feeling honored too that you thought of me for this award. Community is very important to me, and I feel like I'm empathetic to all of these issues, and I really want people to know that they can come to Amore and get a special diet request in through me. I think a lot of people know that about me, that I really want to make sure no matter what your diet is, you eat something delicious while you're here. So I hope you feel that you can come to me and ask for any special diet. I know sometimes you feel embarrassed or worried that you're going to get an eye roll from someone, but that won't happen here. So please feel comfortable coming to visit me. And I just feel so thankful that this award came into my hands. It's going to have handprints and fingerprints, and my name was spelled right. Good job. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and I hope to continue to support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation as well. And please donate if you have the means. Right now, not only restaurants had a tough year, but nonprofits had a really tough year. So find it in your heart to help, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Ciao.
Thank you, Chef Jenna, for your incredible support of the IBD community. And now I'm pleased to introduce our 2020 community honorees, Anne and Jerry Jones, a beautiful couple who love to give their time selflessly and generously. You might say volunteering is part of who they are, and many Crohn's and Colitis Foundation families have been truly blessed by their giving nature. Once Anne became involved with the foundation, she recruited her husband, Jerry, and for decades, they have been a part of our extended family. Anne has been involved in almost every area and can be entrusted to help wherever needed for as long as needed. Anne especially loves working with the campers, as well as providing support to the counselors. Behind the scenes, the work involves long hours going through every camper's information to make sure the medical team can accommodate their needs. Anne's philosophy is every child deserves this camp, and I want to make sure we afford them this opportunity to have the best experience possible. At camp, Jerry's famous relaxation technique is sought after and especially requested by the kids and their counselors alike. Jerry is pretty famous around camp. Ask any camper about Jerry's hydration station. Anne has followed her mother's legacy, where the emphasis was always on family. This legacy continues today with her own family, and we are pleased to say it includes the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Thank you, Ann and Jerry, for your continued involvement. We truly appreciate you and love your support you bring to the foundation.
It is with great pleasure that we accept being among the 2020 honorees for Harvest and Hope. Our thanks for this kind recognition to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, which has truly become a significant part of our lives. Between us, Ann and I have volunteered for the movies, the walk, the fashion show, and our annual week at camp, which is what really got us hooked. It was over 13 years ago when Ann called the CCA-FA office to offer her time as a volunteer. Soon after, she dragged me along, and the rest is history. We are both committed and proud to be a part of the Michigan chapter's family.
As a clinical psychologist and Jerry as a social worker, we became part of a deeply devoted professional medical team at camp. We wish that each one of you could witness personally what we experience. Campers as young as 7 arrived that first day with fear and anxiety in their faces. Returning campers arrive excited, anticipating reunions with friends from previous years. It doesn't take long, however, to see a complete transformation beginning as the new campers find total acceptance from kids who are just like them. They gradually start to blend and soon begin to dance and sing at mealtimes, no longer feeling different and so alone with their disease. When Saturday, the last day of camp, arrives, with all the tearful goodbyes, these are not the same kids their parents dropped them off a week ago. These are happy, excited kids who made wonderful connections. Jerry and I are among the lucky ones to be a part of this camp experience, but you are the one that make it possible with your most generous contributions. We sincerely thank you on behalf of all the campers for your support and continued generosity.
Thank you, Ann and Jerry, for your amazing dedication to supporting the IBD community. And thank you all for having me this evening. Have you found your item for the magic trick? Because Jansen Magic is ready to teach you your own trick at home. Jansen?
Thank you, Candace, for that wonderful introduction. All right, folks, as promised, I'm going to teach you how to do a magic trick. It's going to require that you have 2 bills. If you haven't grabbed your 2 bills yet, go grab them right now. In the meantime, I'd like to show you a new trick with a balloon. Watch very closely. Here's the deal. Take the balloon, we chop it in half. And now would actually be a good time, too, to thank this wonderful organization for helping the lives of over 3 million people with IBD. You guys are doing a wonderful job. All of you that are raising money and promoting the cause and looking for a cure. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, it was a pleasure to be here today. So, with that said, that should make all of you pretty happy. Matter of fact, I got myself a marker here. We're going to go ahead and draw on a little face, la la la, like this. I know, all this talent and I'm still in Michigan. Dee-dee-dee, oh look, it's a happy guy. It's a happy guy. All right, we're done with him. We're done with this. What? Psych, I'm just kidding. It's right there, I'm just kidding. Okay, if you're just showing up and you've got your bills, I'm gonna show you your magic trick. The first bill gets folded in half just like this. It gets folded in half just like that. We have it fold up in quarters. You do the same thing with the second bill. Now, in any lesson, I always teach after I perform. So you'll see what it's supposed to look like. So here's the deal. You got 2 bills folded just like that. You take 1 bill just like that. My dog just ran in. Watch closely. You take 1 bill like this. See how it's stuck? You give it a little tug. It goes right through the bill. Now listen, it's not sawing a lady in half, but it is chopping a bill through another bill. What makes this so great? Anyone can do it. Here's how it works. You take the bill, you fold it in half. It creates a barrier. You take the other bill, you put it inside there, and while it's chilling, here's the secret. The bill doesn't really go through. It actually goes around. Let me show you in slow motion. Okay, that looked really, really creepy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do it one more time. Watch very closely. A little bit faster. All it's doing is it hangs up and it bounces out. All you have to do is pull that bill straight down and you're in business. So, slow motion, fast motion. Pretty cool looking effect. It's really simple. Now I know some of you are thinking, really? We waited all this time to learn that? No, I'm throwing in a bonus. I'm going to show you how to take your finger and shove it through your ear. That's right. A little something for everyone, okay? So, I don't really shove my finger through my ear. What I do when I turn my head is I secretly fold my ear around my finger. Kind of like a hot dog and a hot dog bun. Then my finger bends over, pulls away from the side of my head, and it really looks like my finger is going through my ear. It's not. Here's the setup again. Finger across the middle, roll the top and bottom of your ear around, hook your finger back. It helps if you got a mirror. And just like that, that's shoving your finger through your ear. Now, with any great magic trick, it's very important that everybody knows you keep the secret, because the secret is the magic. Now, I can't keep any more secrets right now. I'm going to get ready to throw things back to my friend Melissa, because I hear that there are some awards and some prizes. Oh my gosh, raffle winners are going to be announced for the live drawing. That is amazing. They just did. It's not on your screen, no little ticker. Okay, listen, you guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching my show. Don't leave yet. I'm throwing it back to you. Melissa, peace. Everybody, I'll see you soon.